cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
This morning I had a conversation again with another accountant, and I always ask this question: why don't you start your own little tiny office, your own tiny business? And what he also said actually blew me away. It really blew me away, but also made me aware again of the fact that a lot of people don't know how to communicate their value. Because he said, in order to start a business I need money, and those are the words of an accountant. I understand. I work with accountants in multiple countries, but the thing is, it always blows me away that people don't understand their value. You know, you start with one simple client from a nice company, maybe a couple of friends, you do their taxes, but it all narrows down constantly to communication. And that's what I'm also talking about a lot in my vlogs. Communication is my #1 priority, to optimize it. That's the whole reason that I'm doing. No, okay, it's part of the reasons that I'm actually doing my vlogs, so I can start communicating better, form my ideas. And not only this, when I run into people and they might be interested in working with me, they understand what they do get. You know, I'm not some kind of person who fabricates everything. Like I always say, I'm not running in a suit, pretend that the world is all pink ponies and blah blah blah. No, this is real. We live in a real life, and this is what I, you know, like to communicate to people who are watching. You know, try to put your value into a nice box. Say what you can do. Say what you can do to yourself in the first place, because you know this guy, and if you're watching this, is no disrespect, this is the thing, because I always know that people can do better. Is it that they're worth nothing at the moment? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you work for a company and you do have a skill, speak multiple languages, you did accounting in multiple countries, so you think outside the box. Those are actually 2 of my requirements. I never work with people. Okay, my first accountant in Holland was recommended by somebody else. Didn't speak a word English, didn't do any accounting outside the country, so you know, you're pretty much doomed to a business model that is so traditional and that you're gonna die of boredom. Of course, I got rid of him because this is the thing, this is the reason, because when I started the first business, we also with 2 other people, poopy pants, yeah, was young, dumb, but the thing is, I got rid of those people. And the thing is, then I started growing, and of course I got rid of the accountant. The thing is, I always want to have people, or that I work with, that I think outside the box. Not like, oh yeah, for the next 10 years we're gonna set this every quarter with 10% increasement, blah blah blah. Yeah, that is all good. Doesn't bring fulfillment. And with my vlogs and the things that I'm saying, I want you to start thinking outside the box so you can feel fulfilled. And that you don't need external confirmation or a shoulder knock that he or she says, oh, well done, honey. And in the meantime, you're looking for all kind of vices to escape reality. You know, we don't have to get into this list, but try to set your value. You know, what can you do? So when it's about this specific person, and let me also tell you this, there were multiple people in the Airbnb that I'm staying already. I think a total of 4 accountants, and this past 30 days there were 3 accountants. So I can talk about, and I just speak with them, and they're all, and everybody is a nice person, but nice guys don't survive. And let's also put this also out of this world. Nice guys don't even last. They not end up last, they not ending up anywhere. And with all the respect, you want more from life. I want more for you. because I know there is. I live a life of freedom, doing everything from the phone and giving everything away for free. I'm not start selling 27 lousy dollar courses and giving everything away for free. 100% transparency. I want to work with the doers, the people who want to do more in life and start breathing life and say, hey, this is working. I got my freedom. Now I hit the roof. Now I want to talk with a person who does this in an obsessive way for decades. And then you contact me, because I know my value and I know how to communicate it. But again, you know, when I talked this morning with this accountant, that he said, you need money to make money. No, you need those two things between your legs. And if you're a man, I'm talking to you. Those two things, turn them from a smoothie squoozy into some steel. But it takes time, discipline. Take time alone. Sit in the dark for 24 hours. Don't talk with anybody. 24 hours. Pen and paper. Yeah, but then it's dark. Use a light. Just sit over there and think. Who are you? Yeah, but Alan, I'm young. Okay, good. Still do it. Think about it. And do it multiple times per month. You know, in case you need to get into it. And everything what is new to your set of habits, of course, it feels uncomfortable. I understand. I'm constantly implementing new or I refine habits. You know, my runnings go up, my calisthenics exercises get more and more static, so I get more return of investment of time and effort. And like I'm doing the deep dips, controlled, slowly, stretched out all the way. And then when I do the V-sit, you know, so everything at once. Most people do very quickly the dips, and then say in the bars, yeah, I can do 50,000 dips. Good for you. I'm 47. I'm going for results. Not that I never went for results, but I never had this that I'm so aware of everything. I'm at 47 now, very aware of everything, and I want to make people also aware of that if you start now, if you watch my vlogs for the first time, I start knocking on a door for the first time, you know, when I was 11 and I cleaned their bicycle. So, but I'm not gonna rattle it up every time, but I just want to give everything a little bit more power from real life. You know, had a lot of offline businesses, managed a lot of people, mismanaged because I was too humane. Not that I'm giving myself shoulder knocks, but that's not the way how you manage people. The way I did it. So I can talk about a lot of things in real life. Not that I pull it out of books. So again, if you think that you need money to start a business, I think you should first take a good look, a deep dive into your skill set. What do you know now? What are you interested in? And what are you interested in to do on the long term? And maybe turn into a service in the beginning. You know, I always talk about better not to get into the service business, because you become a slave to some people. But you have to start somewhere, getting a little bit cash rolling in. And that starts first. Make that little tiny box, mental box. This is what I am. I am in this case, when I started with talking about the accountant, I am an accountant. I speak multiple languages. Which languages? Do I need to improve those languages? I have knowledge about accounting laws and everything in this country, that country. Can I upgrade them? Can I upgrade the current skills so people start getting attracted to it? And when it's about attraction, oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, wait a minute. It's not coming. Anyway, it's heavy over. Okay, so where was I? Become better, and that you attract the clients, that people want to work with you. And one very nice example is, one is a story and one I know from real life. So there's a story about a little Italian pizzeria. It's very hidden somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and people come over there because the quality is that good for over decades, which tells you multiple things, which is we're in it for the long run. Quality, that's it. And make sure that you communicate the value so people speak about it. That is with everything. But let's talk also about this real life thing. I lived in Gozo, Malta. Also, Gozo is the smaller island. There was one pizzeria Nothing is over there. No tables, no fancy la la la. Everything is just a little cave. It's one big oven that you walk into, but it's incredibly busy. Why? Quality, consistency, and they're already over decades over there. Anyway, very simple example. Quality. But now is more the majority of people get now a little bit scared because, yeah, but Alan, what if I give up my job? Then I cannot have keep my roof above my head because I don't have an income. So if you have a job now, I would highly suggest just start simple. First, put your skill set together. Ask yourself this question: how is your boss now exploiting you? And I'm using exactly these wordings on purpose because he is or she is exploiting you. And by the way, when it's about exploiting people, I know from a lot of people their stories who are employees, how their boss is treating them. I would say, man, if a person would talk to me like that, I would, you know, but you cannot. I understand, not everybody is the same. But start building in your mind. Say it. What are you? What are your skills? And then when you're done with your job, you go home and then you giggle and you go upstairs in your room, if you got a room or whatever, and you go study, you know, look at real life cases. What are they doing? Why is this accountant owning the firm, and why am I doing the work that this accountant actually arranges for me? Simply because he knows how to get the clients on board. But next to that, there's this era that we live in now, you don't need this lead gen. You know, a boss is nothing more than a lead gen. You got the skills, the boss got the clients. It's with a lot of things though. Why with teachers? Why do teachers not know their value? Because first of all, they think it's easier to read from a book, but I also know teachers who think outside the box and put a little bit more to work. I always say, why don't you do something like homeschooling or whatever? You know, you earn way much more, but it's easier that the school arranges the clients, students, those are the clients. Nothing more, nothing less. Everything is a business model. You work for somebody, he arranges the clients. No clients, you won't have no work. And you will get fired. Get your own clients, but start getting aware of what are your skills, you know, and put it in your mind and start speaking about it. And if you cannot speak about what you actually are, so for example, you determined that you are, you know, a very skilled accountant. You speak multiple languages. You have knowledge about several countries. And then you're getting deeper in it, and then it appears that you're not so interested in it. Okay, and then there's another thing. Okay, a lot of people say, yeah, but I don't have the communication skills. You know what? You have to put in the work. And this is also something when it's about my videos, before I start actually, you know, uploading the videos to YouTube. I have multiple channels where my videos are not published. Simply because I started like this, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. I did more than 1,000 videos, 1,500 videos, I think even 2,000 videos. Just speak into the phone, upload it to Google Drive. Don't touch it, it's over there. You know, just to get familiar with the process, that it becomes one. So, and then I did uploading to channels that I don't want to publish. Still a little bit scared, you know. Maybe when I got thousands and thousands of videos. But the thing is, and that is the same with people who actually determined their skills and then need to speak about it. Just grab your phone and just sit. Just press record it and keep it for your own references, because this is a big obstacles. And by telling you a little bit my background of this whole vlogging journey, pull something away from it. You don't need to upload, but the first step is mental win. The mental win, just record yourself and look at it maybe after 2-3 days. You know, it's the same with journaling. You know, I always had something that was probably going towards the daily vlogs and other kind of things that I'm doing. But you know, I journaled my life since I was, I think, 8. There are diaries that are still, yeah, I can call it diary. Some people say, oh, that sounds pretty gay, Alan. But the thing is, good for you. I'm not gay. All my exes though. And currently I don't have a girlfriend, so I have to say I have to stick to the exes thing. But the thing is, and also, so by the way, I got nothing against gay people, but you know, I'm not gay. Diary. So just pick up the phone, and maybe you skip the part of sitting in a diary because there's maybe too uncomfortable, and then you just start speaking in the camera. You start, what am I actually doing? Not a great thing, right? Determine your bad habits. Okay, you know, because I talked in one vlog back, or maybe 2 vlogs back, about that people, you know, buy this thing that smells like horse doo-doo. The thing is, if you say this every day up loud, okay, today I invested money in a device that smells like horse doo-doo. It's maybe a little bit healthier, but it stinks. Now yeah, I think if you repeat that over and over, I think you start training more your subconscious, and unconsciously you will start implementing things in your life. I like to brainwash myself by saying things up loud. Not only this, I talked once about this, the 10 scrolls, the greatest salesman from OG Mandito. I brainwashed my brain with this, the way it was supposed to be done. And there are 10 scrolls in that book. Each scroll you do for 30 days, morning, daytime and evening. And it actually cost one of my relationships because I started seeing things totally different. So I know about, you know, training my subconscious, and then automatically you start seeing things differently, and sometimes you wonder where it's coming from. Well, because you start working on with your subconscious. Your consciousness and your subconscious, they start working together, but consciously you have to implement your subconscious into things, just guide it. And then you fall asleep. And I think that's also one of the things, that the reasons that you have to read one of the scrolls before you go to sleep, because that's how you sleep, with those thoughts. And then when you sleep, things are happening in your brain that you cannot explain, but you can guide it somehow, somewhat. And then, you know, then it ripple effects into your real life, your real reality. So again, you know, think about it. If you want to brainwash yourself, write down what you are. So, hey, let's finish this vlog. So you wrote down your skills, your current skill set, you know, your current skill set. And this is another thing, when you would actually start working yourself with clients. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, this is because I'm still a little bit fluid. Shit, I have to blow my nose. But what was I? Yeah, so this skill set, write it down on a paper, and not like some kind of affirmation, hippie, crappy. Just write it down, who you are, what can you do, where is your value. Maybe make a list of your habits under it, and then read it, refine it every single day before you go to bed, and then become that person and later on you can speak about it, and then you pick up the phone, the camera, so you can actually start spreading the word who you are. I am the accountant who actually saves every single business that I worked with, a percentage amount, because if you're an accountant, you're in the numbers game, so you can do this thing. And then you're maybe the people around you, they say, hey, you uploaded this thing, can you do mine? Can you do mine? Of course you can, but you will say in the first one, you know, I will do you for free, but spread a little bit the word, and every 2 people that come in, you do the same until you got a whole bunch of people around you. Yeah, it requires a little bit of work, but this is another thing that it does. When you work one-on-one with people, you get better. You're good now, but you could be better, and the only way that you can get better is that you start doing it for yourself. And your income depends on the way you speak about it. Just figure it out, figure out your numbers. If you're an accountant, just figure it out. You will figure it out. I'm just saying, you will figure it out. You're way much better with numbers than me, and trust me. I had times I had to switch every single cent. Yeah, especially when you're without a roof above your head. I'm not going to get into those stories again, but I had those times. I didn't have a single nickel in my pocket or bank account, and not even a roof above my head, and I still figured it out. So if you're a person, accountant, and this vlog is about accountants. Do it for yourself, get better, and provide businesses and people a better chance of succeeding, playing around with in the financial world, you know, accounting, deduction here, deduction there, maybe open bank accounts in foreign countries. Just saying. Not only this, just do it. Get better. Get better. Provide more value to the world. Write down your value. Start speaking in the camera. Make people known about your skills. You know, it's not bragging. It's just keep it real, by the way. Also, and not because there are people who say fake it until you make it. I think just keep it real. Just say that you're looking for clients, and or also this is your current state of things. You're very eager. Also show a little bit videos that you are actually willing to put in the work. And if you're just a lazy person who prefers just to ask the master every single year for 2 weeks off, yeah, okay, then this kind of vlogs are not for you. But you know, just put in the work. Lead a better life. And not only this, I saw many similarities in multiple countries with people who are active in specific industries. There are always similarities, especially when they do things according to the rules of the herd. You have to do it like this. This is the way it is. You're done with this amount of hours. This is the amount of money that you will get. Maybe you become a senior or whatever, all those labels. Good. Those are like stickers, you know, when you went to school, you did something good, you get a little sticker. Same principle, nothing else. Yeah, you will learn a little bit more, but in the meantime your character doesn't get built. Your physique goes to hell. Probably gonna hook up with some of your colleagues. Now yeah, then you're pretty much doomed, in my opinion. And yeah, try to figure it out. You don't need money. Let's also finish with this thought. You don't need money to get started. Yeah, a little bit to eat. But also when it's about eating, sometimes you can skip a few days of eating. Just go all in. Yeah, that sounds very black and white, Ellen, but if you really want something good, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do me a favor and just start doing it. And the thing is, by the way, when it's about my explanation videos, they're on a different channel. They're only available on Dotcom, but on Dotcom. The website is, I'm working slowly on it because I'm giving everything away for free. It gives me also the freedom that I'm not bound to, you know, yeah, you said it then and then. By the way, what you can do is just sign up on my newsletter. And no, I don't make sleazy upsells. I'm very transparent about everything. So then you get the updates and you can claim your freedom. Anyway, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you hate the video, or if you also hate me, just leave some negative comments. So you can use me as your how do you say, you need a scapegoat. Use me as a scapegoat. Just say something stupid and then I will say, oh, nice. Anyway, ciao for now.